Hey out there in internet land. Okay, this is Jason Hodge, and I have I guess you'd say this is my first lifestyle based video, and it's a new movement that we're doing, and it's to basically highlight the finer aspects of internet lifestyle, folks who are into internet marketing or who are digitally running their businesses or creating a business for themselves in the digital scape. Other words, folks like me who blog for a living, where our challenge for the next 90 days is to basically highlight the benefits of it, why it is that we do it, and also while we're doing that to kind of, give you a little more down to earth reasons, the big why you should do it also. So anyway, today I'm in my backyard. I am looking at it, and I'm seeing that, wow, there's a lot of overgrowth. And so I just got off the phone with a gardening service, and so they're coming out on Sunday to take a look at, all of the things that need to be done so that we can not look like we live in a jungle. But anyway, all of that said, I basically blog. I put my stuff out there. People get driven over to my website, and then they sign up to find out how they can do what it is that I'm doing. So all of that to say, if you are looking for a way to talk about the things that you know and that you love and to build an audience around that, while you actually do the fun things in your life, the stuff that you actually want to do, and free up your time, because it's not a linear lifestyle. It's very non-linear. You do the things that are going to talk to your audience. Like if you're into gardening, then you talk about gardening. If you're into cooking, you talk about cooking. If you're into finances, you talk about finances. But you do that and you put it out there, put out the great information, and then you give people the offer and show them how they too can take the shackles off of themselves and live the life that they actually want to live by doing the things that they're passionate about. So there you have it. A matter of fact, let me tell you this real quick before I go. The other day, I was in Chicago. We had our event, and we went out there. And in the event, it really is about. And by the way, this is the event is about freedom, really. And I saw a 12-year-old who was 4 months into this business, into this lifestyle, and he made $12,000. I mean, just phenomenal. Matter of fact, you should see that video like below this video that you're watching right now. And to imagine that a 12-year-old can talk about the things that he loves and actually get $12,000 worth of sales. And by the time we broke it down as to how much he's actually making per hour, because he works about maybe, 3 hours or so? Anyway, over the 4 months, the average per hour rate that he was getting was $800 per hour. Now that's pretty phenomenal, because he's not even really gotten going very well yet. I mean, but to be able to do that in such a short period of time and to be 12 years old, imagine what you can do with all of the life experiences, all of the knowledge that you have, even the stuff that you think that folks may not necessarily be interested in. If you have a passion for it, trust me, there's an audience out there for you. So, that is what it is that it's all about. It's about freedom. For me, I thought about, well, why do I do this business? And, my big why is that, I actually want to spend time with my kids and my family. I want to be able to enjoy life. I mean, I come from a background where we worked a lot. I at one point had 4 jobs, and I remember stories of my grandfather having 5 jobs, and I just grew up in a family where the work ethic was very high. Prior to getting into this line of work, if you will, I hold the quote signs up, work. Prior to getting this line of work, I would spend anywhere from, 20 hours, 17 hours easily in front of the computer, just, hammering away at projects and things like that. And then I, had a near-death experience, and I thought, you know what, this is stupid. Because if I were to have checked out then, I would have been like, okay, well, what was it all for? Work myself into an early grave and have nothing to show for it. And so I said, nah, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm going to actually work smarter and take the stuff that's already in me, the stuff that I've experienced over the years, and talk about that and talk about how people can utilize this particular system to get their own freedom so that they can actually still work the way that they want to work, do the things that they want to do in life, but get paid for it and in a way where it is not oriented by time. Most people have to change their time, their hours for money, the time for money. And if they don't put in enough hours, if the hours aren't there, they're not going to see that on their paycheck. That's not a way to live, because at any time, if you ever get sick, if you're ever down or whatever to where you're not able to go in, and even if you're on salary, I mean, salary is just another form of slavery. And no offense to folks who are on that, in that lifestyle. But the fact of the matter is that if you're not there, within a certain time frame, if you're not punching that clock, then you're not getting paid for the time that you're not there. That is no way to live, because no matter how much you're making with that model, any time that you're not there, you're not getting paid that. However, with this particular lifestyle, it's not about the amount of time. It's about what it is that you're able to do around driving traffic, quality leads, getting in front of your audience, giving them great content and things to really improve their lifestyles and their lives. That's what it is that I do. You don't have to dress up in a suit and a tie and all of that to be successful. That's not what it's about. It is about taking your knowledge base and then showing people the way to their freedom. So all that said, I'm in my backyard. I'm going to get back to planning out this garden thing here so that when my gardener gets here on Sunday, we can kind of go through and see what we're going to do with this monstrosity of a backyard. I'll turn the camera around so you can see what I'm talking about. Just overgrowth, all the way around. Just overgrowth, right? Way too much. And so I'm thinking that I'm going to put like a garden in here. We're going to plant some really great things. And look at this beautiful bush right here. This is the first time actually that I got out into my backyard. Well, I came out there maybe a couple of other times. But I started saying, you know what, we've got a challenge, for those of us who weren't living our lives or didn't have a life. Our challenge is to get a life. So I'm dedicated to, over this next 90 days, to get a life. Okay, so I'm not going to be chained to the computer, even though I love it, but I am going to get a life, because not everybody loves it like that. And if you want this type of lifestyle to where you can actually call your own shots, seeing us actually live within that freedom model is very important. So that's why I'm forced to actually get out here and actually have fun. So there it is. Talk to you guys later. Bye.